what are the changes in the standard practices since we have started building LLM-based applications. Every company wants that it should be very easy to use their tools.
What is this?
So they are going to expose their different MCP servers. What is exposing a server? Every app would have to write their own tools. I have to tell now. Hello, Papa.
Hello, bache.
Ready to learn some trending stuff?
Always ready.
This is really cool, trending. Everyone wants to understand this. So we're going to go deep into details.
Okay.
But first, I want to set some standard practices. Like I want to explain some software development concepts to you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I just want to set some basics right,
Sure.
so that you are able to understand in
please.
detail. So currently, any mobile or laptop application that you use, okay, we use a lot of applications. Yes. You understand that there must be some code running on a server.
Server. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, in the cloud. Yes. So what happens? Usually one HTTP or HTTPS request is sent. In URL you must have seen, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So there is one HTTP or HTTPS.
It's a secured one. Yeah.
Request that goes and the application gets a response.
Okay.
Right? So whenever we need some data, like maybe suppose about your stocks or anything, the data is fetched from the server. There must be databases running and so on, right?
Yeah.
Now, when we send the request and get the response, you can imagine throughout the software development industry, there is some standard practices. Like for example, the request should look like this, that there are going to be headers. There's going to be a body. Similarly, in the response also, there is going to be headers, there is going to be body.
Okay.
Plus, you might have heard that usually in response, there are some status codes that also come. Like you might have heard that 500 is usually a server error.
Yeah, I have read it, but I was not aware of this.
Okay, 500 is a server error. That maybe your server was down, you were unable to reach, there was a network issue like this. 200 meaning it is successful.
Okay, this is something new to me.
Then suppose 404, you must have heard a lot, no? 404.
404 error. Yes.
So that is like
and all these are standardized.
Yes.
It's common for all.
Yes.
Good.
So imagine like this, we build any application, anyone is writing any code, has to follow these standard practices to send requests, to get response, to interact. Okay. So this is standardization across the industry.
Very nice.
With me so far?
Yeah.
Yes. Now this has been there for years and years.
Okay.
Right, for standard applications.
Okay.
Now one thing has changed. In these applications, now we are using LLMs. Right? So we have to see what are the changes in the standard practices since we have started building LLM-based applications or agentic applications.
Okay.
With me?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, let me just clear this. Before we move ahead, I would just like to take a minute over here to tell you how you can learn live with me at Educosys. At Educosys, we have various courses. For interview prep, I have high-level system design, low-level system design, DSA. For project-based learning, if you want to create really interesting, scalable projects, not simple clone ones, check out 𝐿D. It is MERN plus DevOps plus 𝐿D. We have hands-on generative AI course where I have not just covered the application side, but also the internals of LLMs in a lot of detail with white paper discussions, transformer architecture, and so much more. 10 hands-on projects have been covered over there. Please check out the curriculum, the testimonials, the LinkedIn profiles of all our students is tagged. Plus, if you enroll for any of our courses, you get lifetime access to all the batches, the past batches, the future batches. So you will get access to the Zoom recordings of the live class. So you actually get a feeling that it is live itself. This is the feedback that I have gotten from all our students, that it really feels like it is live only, even if it is not live. But if you want to attend live only, you will get access to all our future batches as well. So at least check it out. I would love to be part of your further learning journey. And if you still have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at support@educosys.com or just drop a WhatsApp or call us at this number. And now let's continue. Now you remember in the last video we talked about tools.
Yes.
Yes. So for a quick revision, let me just see how much you remember. Okay. So we had an application and there is a nice user over here, right?
Okay.
And we are using LLM. LLM can be GPT, Gemini, anything, right?
Okay.
So we are using LLM. User sends a query. That suppose write a mail and then send it, something like that. Okay. Now tell me about tools. What is the workflow? How does it look like?
Basically, app will not understand.
Yes.
So app will approach LLM.
So it doesn't understand natural language. So it will approach LLM.
And it will give the tools available with the application.
Very good. So suppose the query has some tool to be called. So it doesn't know which
tool to be called.
So it will send
the list of tools.
Query plus list of tools.
Yeah.
So there are some tools that we must have integrated in our application. Like for example, Gmail tool.
The research tool.
Research tool. Or Google Drive tool and so on. Right?
Sure.
So these are the list of tools.
Yes.
That are sent to the LLM. Right? So now LLM tells that based on this query, you need to call this tool. Then who is going to call the tool?
Application will call the tool.
Application will call the tool. Suppose research. So do some web search, get me the result, and then what is going to happen?
And then again, since it will not be able to convert it into the understandable language, it will send back to the LLM.
Correct.
LLM will convert it into the understandable language, the language which will be understood by the user, and it will, through application, it will send back to the user.
Very good. So whatever was the response from the tool, suppose status code, 400, 500, whatever, right? Or 200.
Yeah.
So whatever was the response, this is the body that I got, that is going to be sent to the LLM. It is going to frame a nice response that can be sent to our user. Okay? So this is the final response that is sent to the user.
Okay.
With me so far?
Sure.
Yes?
Sure.
Now what happened? Every company wants that we should use their code, right? Like for example, Gmail will want that most of the users should use Gmail only.
Not Yahoo,
right?
And not other
Yes.
mails.
Like this, there are many companies that are dedicatedly doing this research. Right? So they are scraping through websites, they are going through news articles that are there available online. Right? So every company will want that we should use their research tool.
Okay.
Right? But now a lot of people are building these applications.
Yes.
Yes. There are so many people who are building these applications. Now, every research company, the companies who are exposing this research tool, they want that application builders should use their tools. Right?
Yeah.
So, every company wants that it should be very easy to use their tools.
Definitely. Then only application will use their tools.
Yes. So, now there is a need for standardization for these tools. That how can the tools be used with the application?
Oh, good.
Because till now everything was a request response, client server, right? Protocol. So HTTP request, HTTPS, there are more ways of communication. But now when we are building LLM based applications, there is a need for standardization to be able to use the tools.
Okay.
Understanding?
Sure.
Yes. So now we will understand how that works.
But once standardization is done, what will be the difference between the various tools for research?
So different companies are exposing that this is my tools code, you can use this. Now every company will have, suppose...
The quality may vary.
Yes.
Okay.
And also based on the pricing, the quality and things like that, right?
Okay.
Let me just stop this. So we are building our application, right?
Yes.
We are using LLM. Yes?
Yes.
Now there are companies that are exposing their tools. Suppose there is a Gmail tool exposed by Google. Right? There are two companies that are very famous for web search. Like there is Tavily web search tool.
I am not aware of
which is okay. This is just a web search tool.
Okay. Which is the other one?
Let's for now say Google web search. Simple.
Okay.
Google web search.
Okay.
Similarly, there can be other companies exposing their tools. For example, Zerodha, your favorite. Okay?
Zerodha is not my favorite, but yes, it's a stockbroking tool. Yeah.
Let's say there is Zerodha, there is
ICICI Direct.
Okay, all right. Your favorite is ICICI Direct.
Okay,
ICICI Direct. Now, inside this also, they can, like Zerodha will expose a lot of tools. Yes. Like suppose, get me the list of the stocks, buy the stock, sell the stock. Similarly, Upstocks will have a lot of tools. ICICI Direct will have a lot of
many tools, yes.
Right? So every company will expose not just one tool, but a list of tools.
Okay.
You can
understand definitely.
This. So what happens is that they have written their logic somewhere. Okay. Now what is going to happen is that we are going to take this, run it in our local, this code that they have already given, run it in our local and use their code.
Okay.
And we are going to use their tools.
Okay.
Understanding a bit?
Yeah.
Yes. So I just introduced you to the concept of MCP.
What is this?
Model Context Protocol. Let me explain.
Okay.
See, protocol is what? Set of rules.
Set of, definitely.
Right? So we need standardization. We need a set of rules for like LLM based applications using tools, right? Context is why do we use tools? To our model, we have to give some extra context. Right?
Understood.
So protocol to provide some extra context to the models is MCP.
Okay.
So this came by the company called Anthropic. You must have heard of Claude LLM.
Yes.
Yes, so that is by the company Anthropic. So MCP was introduced by Anthropic. It is very, very famous right now. Okay. So how MCP works internally is that the application that we are building now, they call it host. So this is called MCP host.
Okay.
And these companies exposing their code. Okay. So they are going to expose their different MCP servers. So this Zerodha is going to expose their MCP server.
Similarly,
Upstocks is going to expose their MCP server. ICICI Direct is going to expose their MCP server. Okay. Now inside this host, what I have to do is I have to create one client.
Okay.
For every server that I want to connect to. Suppose I want to connect to this tool, tool 1, and this tool, tool 2. So I will create two clients, client 1,
client 2.
Client 2. So I can connect like this and like this.
Okay. Okay.
Understanding a bit?
Yeah.
Yes.
But what I'm not able to understand at present while using any of the tools, I am directly using it. I am not understanding where the role of the application at present.
The role of the application. Okay. 1 second. What is our goal? We are building one LLM based application. Right? So there is a user who is going to send the query
to the application
saying that buy this stock for me or suggest me a stock and then buy it for me. So this is the application that we are building.
Okay.
Right? We will be using LLM.
Okay.
Now this application, we want to use different MCP servers. Suppose we want to use ICICI Direct, your favorite, right?
Okay, no issue.
So ICICI Direct server. Okay. And suppose Google search server.
Okay.
Okay. So these two servers are present.
Okay.
Think of it like these servers have tools available, right? Buy stock, get me a list of stocks. So those are the different tools. From the starting, what did we do? Query, we want to send the list of tools to the LLM. So application is the one that we are building.
Okay.
Understanding?
And this runs in the background.
This runs in the background, meaning these servers.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let me make it more clear.
Okay.
So user is going to send a query that get me the list of stocks and buy some stocks for me. Okay. What are we building? We are building one application. You can think of it like mobile app or a site, something like this. Okay. We are building this application. We want to use LLM.
Okay.
Now there are companies that have exposed their servers. Okay. List of tools. We want to use that. With me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
So what is MCP? MCP is the standardization to be able to use these tools.
Okay. Model Context Protocol.
Yes. So protocol, standard rules, regulations that we want to use to be able to give our model some extra context.
Okay.
With me?
Yes.
Yes. So internal of MCP is how? That these are MCP servers.
Okay.
Okay. And they can have many tools. Suppose tool 1 is going to be list of stocks. Get list of stocks.
Yeah.
Right. Tool 2 can be...
There can be so many variants.
Yes. Right. Suppose buy stock. Something like that.
Yeah.
So many, right? So every server is going to expose their list of tools that you can use these list of tools. Okay. Now this application that we are building, in the MCP language, they have just given it a fancy name, which they are calling MCP host. But this is the application, mobile application or website that we are building. Simple.
Okay.
Now here to be able to use this code, in this application, we have to create clients. Client 1, client 2. Client 1 will connect to this server. Client 2 will connect to this server.
Okay.
With me?
Yeah.
Easy so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now, just to make it very clear, now this code has already been written. Suppose Google said server. The code has been written by Google.
Yes.
Right? They expose their server. We can also create our own server. Like for example, earlier, before this LLM based applications came into picture, what used to happen? We used to send HTTP request, get response, right?
Yes.
So Google used to expose their API that you can send me a request like this. I'm going to respond like this.
Okay.
Like this, we can also write our own server and we can write code. We can do that as well.
Okay.
But this will be easy because if tools are available. We will be able to integrate it very easily.
Okay. Great.
So that is why MCP is becoming so famous, because the new trend is that we just don't want to build simple applications, but LLM based applications, agentic applications.
Any examples of such applications which have been recently developed?
So many. ChatGPT is one agentic application. That is what we discussed in the last video. Remember, what is an agentic application? Agent is what? LLM plus some tools is an agent.
Yeah, last time you told me.
Yes. So the trend is what? To build agentic apps.
So Gemini and DeepSeek and all these are agentic applications.
Yes. So internally they are using their own LLM, like Gemini internally is using the LLM called Gemini itself. So they have just given fancy names. From ChatGPT will understand GPT is the LLM name, ChatGPT is the application name. Like this. Understanding?
Now it's more clearer.
Okay. So let's just go through this once more. So user is sending the query. Now we want the list of tools. Now instead of writing the tool logic, companies have exposed their own tools. We just want to use it. Right? So every application builder doesn't have to write code for Google search of our ICICI Direct server like this. Right? There are many.
They will rely on these tools, readily available tools.
Correct. So that is why companies have started exposing their
tools.
Servers.
Yeah, servers.
Internally, you can think of it like a list of tools, a toolkit.
Agreed.
Okay. Now, how does it really work? A bit more in detail. Okay. So when this host is going to run, what it is going to do is, it is going to say that I want these servers. So it is going to integrate with some servers, tools, right? So now, what is exposing a server? They have just written the code and we want to use their code, right? So this code, this server, can either run in my same machine or somewhere else also. Okay. I can make it run along the same machine, in the same machine, with my application, with my clients itself, or somewhere else. So in software development terms, the process should be different. If it is on the same machine, it's okay. You don't have to get into details. Okay. The point is that we will have some client one-to-one connections, that if we create one client, there will be a connection with this server. This is another client connected with this server.
There can be so many.
Yes. If I have to create one more server, I'll create another client, connect with this server and so on.
Yeah.
Understanding?
Sure.
Yes. So the point is that MCP is nothing but a standardization for what? To be able to use tools. That is why in the starting I introduced you to the standardization in software development in general.
Yeah, HTTP and HTTPS.
Yes. So what used to happen over there? Like we used to have a client. Sorry, there's no space. That is why I'm writing over here.
Okay, no issues.
There is a client. We used to send the request to our servers and we used to get response, right?
Yeah.
So if there was no standardization in this HTTP, what would happen? We would not know how to communicate. Like for example, in your Chrome, when you use different sites, when you use google.com, you know that there is one HTTP request that goes.
Otherwise it would have been separate for all the
sites, all the applications, right? Similarly,
understood.
Like google.com, or suppose when you use ICICIdirect.com, there's always one HTTP request that is going and there's always a response that is coming. So that happens in all these simple applications. Now when we are at LLM based applications, now when we want to use LLMs, and different companies want to expose their servers. Now, exposing servers means what? They're just exposing their tools. So now because of MCP, it has become very easy. Now in this host, we can just give list of MCP servers. Like we are not going to the code details, but I've also covered code in one of my videos. What happens over there is that in my host, in the application that I'm building, I just have to create clients and connect to different servers. So there is just simple one configuration that I have to do. That every server is telling that this is how you can run this is how you can run the...
Now what is coming to my mind is that if standardization was not there, there could have been different means to approach ICC Direct or approach Zerodha or so and so forth.
Correct. Plus, if the companies hadn't exposed their MCP servers, every app would have to write their own tools.
Tools to access them.
Yes. And now that every company is exposing, to just not have that confusion that every company is saying, use my server like this, use my server like this. There is some standardization that is needed. Right? So it is very easy to connect MCP. Yes. So what does MCP stand for?
Model Context Protocol.
Why? Because it is a protocol which is rules to provide some extra context
to the model.
To the model.
LLM model.
So It is nothing but tools only.
Okay.
But now different companies should be able to expose their tools.
Great.
Okay,
Great.
let's take one end-to-end example, just like we did in the last
Sure.
video. Suppose the user sends a query that suggest me a good stock
Okay.
and then sell the stock.
Okay.
So suggest me a good stock needs web search
No, suggest me a good stock and buy.
and buy. Okay.
Not
Yeah, right.
because,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So suggest me a good stock. So Google search and then buy. So you need ICICI Direct Service. So we need two tools,
Okay.
right? So what would happen? User would send the query to our application. So application would have integrated different servers exposing different tools.
Definitely.
So now every server has list of tools, right? So along with a query, what is sent to LLM? Query plus list of tools. And this list of tools is including all the servers. See, this server is exposing some tool, this server is exposing some tool, this server is exposing some tool. Then LLM will say, you need to do web search, you need to do you need to buy, and application will call the tools, will make it happen, and then LLM will build the response and then send it.
Just one more example.
Yes.
Now, ICICI Direct also has a research platform built into the ICICI Direct platform.
So they could be using another LLM there.
Another.
But if they use, you should be able to see every application, if they're using LLM, user will be able to interact in natural language.
Okay.
That is the whole point
That
of
is
using
not happening
LLMs.
at present.
Yeah, at present, what do? You press a button and then a request is sent, and then
Definitely.
so these apps can integrate LLMs. Like you must have seen chatbots, right?
Okay.
So in Swiggy, Zomato, or even in ICICI, when there is a helpline that you go to,
That is in a normal language.
that is automated, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how does that happen? Because we are using natural language over
Okay, understood. Great.
with me.
Great.
So just a quick revision,
Yeah, tell
for others. You have to tell now.
Now, you introduced the concept of MCP here. First,
Yes.
you introduced the concept of standardization using the HTTP and HTTPS in the software development. That analogy you brought to these tools. Now, the query is sent to the application. Application has a host of servers, and the list is available with
Application is the host. It has
application is the
servers.
host, and it has connected to many servers. And for each server, it has a client. C1, C2, etc.
These clients are inside the host.
Inside the host.
Yes.
And then it sends a request to the LLM.
Yes.
LLMs reads the query and the list of tools and suggests which tool is to be used. And out of these, and to standardize these, MCP context is there. That is called Model Context Protocol.
Very good. Awesome. I hope you guys liked the video. And did you understand the entire concept?
Yeah, definitely, and enjoyed also.
Yes. You guys can also suggest which other topics should I be teaching him. Let's make it more fun and more complex.
And if you guys have loved this video, please do like, share, and subscribe.
If he is saying you have to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.